Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a top, a ruffle top. So first I'm going to be taking the measurement now. I'll place it on a pattern. I'll draft it on a pattern paper, then transfer it to my fabric. So let's get started. I'm placing the measurement. I'm taking here the upper part. I'm taking 4 inches here. And the down side, the down part, I'm taking 4 inches. Then the shoulder, 4 inches. From shoulder to bust is 10 inches. And the armhole is 9 inches. Then from shoulder to waist is 17 inches. And from waist to hip is 8 inches. So here I'll connect the neckline together. This is the arm hole. Draw a line to meet the 9 inches arm hole. And here, taking 1 inch here to make it as a slope. I'm taking 1 inch slope here. I slant it. So this is the bust. Shoulder to bust is 10 inches. Then shoulder to waist is 17 inches. Yeah. Then waist to hip is 8 inches. So I will now place my bust measurement, waist measurement, and hip measurement, the circumference. The bust measurement, the circumference, the waist measure, the bust measurement is 44 plus 4 inches seam allowance, 44 together, then divided by 4, 11 inches. So I'm going to be placing 11 inches here. Then the waist measurement is 36 plus 4 inches seam allowance. That is 40 divided by 4, 10 inches. So put 10 inches here. This is where I mark the waist. 10 inches. And the hip measurement is 46 plus 4 inches seam allowance. That is 50 divided by 4, 12.5 inches. So I'm gonna connect the lines together. From bust to waist, and from the waist to hip. And the length of the top is 26 inches length. So I'll be cutting it out now. So I'm going to cut the upper part of this pattern. I'm cutting out 7 inches I'm cutting out 7 inches because I'll be using a different fabric here and different fabric there. I'll use a different fabric for this and different fabric for the down part. You know, this is a center fold, just like your fold, you folded it into 4. That is why I divided it by 4. I didn't mention that area. So this is the upper part. I'll fold my fabric into 4. I'll transfer it to my fabric. I'll show you how to do it. So let me set this aside first. And hold my fabric. This is the black lace. I'm using this for the upper part of the top. Using this for the upper part, so I'm going to be folding it into 2, like so. Then fold it again, and it's folded into 4 now. I'll now place the pattern I cut out earlier. I'll place it here. This is the fabric I'm using for the down part. I'll fold my fabric into 4 because I'm going to be transferring the pattern paper to my fabric. So I folded the fabric into 4. Then I place my pattern paper on top. I'm going to transfer the pattern paper to my fabric. Okay. Instead of cutting it like so, but I'm going to extend it from the armhole, from where the armhole ends. This is where the armhole ends. I want the inner one to be free. Okay. I will extend it like so from here. Instead of cutting it like this, and I will extend it from here to this place. I want it very free. So I'll cut the little armhole remaining from here, then extend it. You make a slant side. You make a slant from here and just shift it to the other side. Here's the armhole. And from here, this is why I extended it. So this is how it should look. And this is the black one I cut out. This will be here. And what I'm going to do next, to take this to the machine and stitch this side and this side before I will cut out the flare, that is the ruffle. And I'll pin it together this side and I'll take this in. I'm pinning the both sides together and take it to my machine to stitch it, to sew it. So I've sewn the both sides together. So what I'm going to do next is to cut out the flare. I'm cutting out two flare. I'm cutting out two flare. One will be 15 inches and one will be 10 inches. So one will be here and the other one will be here. 10 inches and 15 inches two flare I'm cutting out. So to determine the measurement you cut out, you measure here, you take here. This is 22 inches. 22 inches on this side, 22 inches on the other side. That is 44 inches. So that is what I'm going to use to cut out the flare. 44 inches. So I'll set this aside first. Then fold my fabric. I'm cutting out the flare now. Fold my fabric into two. Then fold it again. That is into four. The fabric is folded into four. This is a full flare. I'm cutting out full flare. And like I said earlier, I will cut the first one. I'll cut one 10 inches and cut the other one 15 inches. Making it shorter for the fabric so that I don't waste much fabric. I will not place the measurement I'm using. I'm using 44 inches for the shoulder all around. So if you divide 44 inches by 4, you get 11 inches. But if I place 11 inches here, the flare is going to be too wide. So I found out this website. The name of the website is byhandlondon.com. byhandlondon.com. So there they can tell you the measurement. You place the circumference you want to do, then they will tell you the inches you use. The website is really helpful. It's not mine, it's not my website. I just heard about it from one of the YouTubers. So since then I've been using it. So when you use 44 inches, what it will give you is 5. So 44 inches, I'm using 5. I'm using 5 inches to cut out the upper of the flare. And you take it around 5 inches, 5 inches, 5. So I'm taking 10 inches. I'm adding half an inch for seam allowance. So 10.5 inches. And half. I'll cut out this first. This is the first one. And I'll use this to cut the 15 inches one. That one will be longer than this. This is 10 inches, so I'm gonna use this to cut the 16 and 15 inches one. Cutting out 15 inches. Remember I cut out 10 inches before, so I'll be placing these 10 inches on top of this one. There's the second one. Making a notch here. This is the longer one. This is the 15 inches one. And this is the 10 inches one. So I'm gonna add them together and place it on top of the one I cut out earlier. So this is the one I cut out. Let's put this into two. And fold this like this. So fold it into two so that is like so. So this one is folded into two. To get this similar armhole here, I need to mark to cut this shape and have to have a similar armhole here. So I will measure the armhole. It's 4 inches. And I will cut it out 4 inches. I'll place 4 inches here. This is the side I will be cutting the armhole so that they will have the same shape. You take your tape. And place 2.5 inches here. I'm cutting out 2.5 inches here, and 2.5 inches, and the other side is 4 inches. So I just connect it together like you're cutting out the armhole. It's more easier this way. And I'll use it to cut. I will do the same thing to the side, to the smaller flare. This is the armhole of this side, and this one, there's the armhole here, the armhole here. So you can see they look similar and have the same similar shape. What I'm going to do next is to put the fabric together. So this is the down side, this is the top. This will be at the bottom, that is the top, and this will be on the top. I'm turning out so you bring out the right side of the top. You put this one inside. I'm pinning the armhole, I'm matching the armhole together. Pin this side. So I'm going to pin this side again. So this is the half armhole, and this is the other side armhole. I will add the other one on top again, the smaller flare. So I will tuck this one inside again. Turn out the front side. So I pinned the both flare, the three of them together. I will now take it to my machine and sew the chest line here. I sew it together with these three. Sew the other side, then stitch the armhole together. After that, I will now add the sleeve in there. Attach my top here. These are the two flares, and this is the down part. So I've stitched it at the side. I've stitched these together to the top. So what I'm going to do next is to add this. This is the upper part of the blouse. So add this to it. And I will now stitch the shoulder here. Neck. I'm going to make a little cut here at the back so that it will be easy while putting it on, because I'm not going to be adding zip to it. I'm making 4 inches cut in the center. This is the cut I will hem here. I will stitch it inside here. And here I will add a little button here. So before I do that, I will hem the shoulder first. What I'm going to do next is to attach the upper part to the down part of the top. So this is the upper part. So I will place it on top like so. I will pin it. I'll pin it here. Back side, I will do the same thing to the back side. this one to the back. I'll stitch here. I'm stitching here with a black thread. After that, now I'll not cut out the sleeve. Cutting out the sleeve now, cutting out 11 inches. Inches. I'm not making it a loose, I'm making it a loose sleeve, not a tight one. I'm taking 13.5 inches length. The half inches is for seam allowance. It's a loose sleeve and not a tight sleeve. I'm using this to cut the other side of the sleeve. I'll sew this sleeve together, then I will attach it to the top. These are the two sleeves. I've sewn them. I will now attach them to the top. This is the wrong side of the top and this is the right side of the sleeve. I will now tuck it inside. Like so, and the right side of the sleeve and the right side of the fabric, the top are facing each other. We start from here. So I'll do the same thing on the other sleeve, on the other side. I will sew here and sew the place. The edges, I hem the edges. I use a zigzag stitch to hem the down part of the ruffle. Thank you guys for watching. In case you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you. See you on my next video.